you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the game where we aim for the obscure and we shun the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
I'm Shay, this is my dad, Chris, and we're from Sheffield.
Couple number two.
I'm Rich, this is my partner, Holly, and we're from Bridgend.
Couple number three.
I am Shirley, this is my quizzing buddy, Shush. I'm from London, he's from Northampton.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm Johnny, just north of Belfast, Jordanstown, and this is my friend Janet, who lives just south of Belfast in Hillsborough.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very, very, very much, all of you. It's really wonderful to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. She's appeared on BBC Two's I'll Get This, where celebrities must win a series of sophisticated games so as not to be landed with the bill at the end of their group meal. Isn't that how it works every meal out? Anyway, for the last time, it is my pointless friend. It's Desiree Birch.
Yes. Yes, I mean, especially when eating out in this country, it's not the food, it's all of the drinks. And then everyone's like, another round, and I'm like, I've got to go to the restroom.
Yeah. That's this country.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Now, Mel and Jodie were absolutely outstanding on the last show. They got through to the final, and they won the jackpot. So today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just something to remember. We will always eliminate the pair with the highest score at the end of each round, so keep your scores as low as you can, and that will never be you. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is cinema. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns palindromes in film titles. Desiree.
Yes, it does. On each board, we will show you 7 film titles, but we've removed a palindromic word. That is, a word that reads the same backwards as it does forwards from each one, leaving only the first and last letter of that missing word. To help you, you'll also see the names of 2 of the stars of each film and the year it was released. Please tell us the missing palindrome that you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Best of luck to you all at home.
OK, let's reveal our first board of clues, and here they are. We have B and Carol and Ted and Alice, Natalie Wood, Elliot Gould, 1969. A Man Called O.O., Tom Hanks, Mariana Trevino, 2022. All About E.E., Betty Davis and Baxter, 1950. Battle of the S.S., Emma Stone, Steve Carell, 2017. World's Greatest D.D., Robin Williams, Alexi Gilmore, 2009. The Singing N.N., Debbie Reynolds, Ricardo Montalban, 1966. And T.T., John David Washington, Elizabeth Debicki, 2020. There we are, Che. Welcome back. It's lovely to have you with us for a third time. Oh, tell us more about yourself, Che.
Again, I'm 25. I listen to rock music.
Very good. What's your favourite band to listen to?
Mostly Foo Fighters.
Oh, Foo Fighters. One of our boys loves Foo Fighters.
And I play my bass guitar.
Oh, do you? Do you play along to Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you'd be an excellent bass guitarist. The look is terrific, apart from anything else. Che, what would you like to go for on our board?
I'm going to go for A Man Called Otto.
A Man Called Otto, the Tom Hanks, Mariana Trevino film. Let's see how many of our 100 said. A Man Called Otto. Otto is absolutely right. I think this is a very good answer. Che down goes to 49. Very well done indeed. Solid start to the round.
Yeah, so excellent start, Che, and well remembered, A Man Called Otto. Tom Hanks plays the titular role. It's all about a bitter old man who gets involved in the lives of his neighbors.
Thank you very much indeed. Holly, welcome back to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here again. Tell us more about yourself, Holly.
I've recently taken up baking in my spare time.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Ambitious baking?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
well, just
practicing,
baking.
I'm improving.
I mean, a cake's quite ambitious.
Yeah, so I mainly bake cookies.
Yeah.
but I've just recently branched out into muffins.
Very good. When you say bake it, and do you put all the ingredients together and you sauce it, or you don't use a ready-made?
I don't use a box, no.
You don't use
I follow a recipe and
You
mix it all
follow a
together
recipe,
and
this
then
is good.
feed all our family and friends.
Rich, do you end up having to go around and take them to other people?
My waist size is now my age, so
Yeah.
not good.
Holly, what are you going to go for?
I'm struggling. I don't know any of them. I'm going to have a guess at the Debbie Reynolds film and go for the Singing Nun.
You're going to go for The Singing Nun. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Singing Nun. The Singing Nun is absolutely right. Down it goes to 71. There we are.
Yes. But having not known any of them, that was an excellent guess, Holly. Well done. The Singing Nun is a semi-biographical film about a Belgian nun who records a hit single. The single was called Dominique, sung entirely in French, which went to #1 in the United States and #7 in the UK.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Shirley, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Shirley.
Okay, so I'm a 62-year-old mother, grandmother, wife, retired primary school teacher.
Very good. How many grandchildren have you got, Shirley?
At the last count, I think it was 5. Yeah, 3 grandsons, 2 granddaughters.
Shirley, huge congratulations on that. What a brilliant brood. Tell us what you love getting up to, Shirley.
Well, retired from primary school teaching, and I am an avid badminton player, and the dream job is teaching badminton, which I absolutely love.
Which is what you do?
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. Are you quite a mean badminton player?
Many have said so. I wouldn't like to boast.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I can hang.
Shirley, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the bottom one. John David Washington, Elizabeth Debicki, and that's Tenet.
Tenet, says Shirley. Let's see how many of our 100 said Tenet. There we are, Shirley. I have a hunch you've gone for the lowest score on the board. Let's see if that bears fruit. Oh, yes, it does. Look at that, 10. Very well done indeed, Shirley.
Yes, Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. He opted in this film to have it be made with only real effects, refusing to use any green screen production at all.
Thank you very much indeed. Janet, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Janet.
When I retired, I started to bowl, and I spent a lot of time bowling, indoor and outdoor
So,
bowling.
crown green and mat?
Not
No.
crown green,
No.
oh, no.
No.
In Northern Ireland, you play the lawn bowling.
Lawn bowling?
Yes.
And what's the other one called? Short mat?
No, I don't do that. It is...
I know nothing. I literally know nothing.
Nope.
You're just not up there. It's a long mat indoors.
OK, very
Yes.
good. Long mat. Janet, look at the board there. Talk us through it and fill in all the blanks.
Well, I think the top one is Bob and Carol, all about Eve, Battle of the Sexes, I think that could be, and World's Greatest Dad. I'm going to go for the Battle of the Sexes.
The Battle of the Sexes, says Janet. I think that's a very wise choice. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. The Battle of the Sexes. 71's our high score, 10 is our low. And look at that, down to 28. You've chosen extremely well there, Janet. Very well done.
Yes, well chosen indeed, Janet. Emma Stone and Steve Carell play Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs, respectively, in this film about the famous tennis match of the same name, where 29-year-old Billie Jean King beat the 55-year-old Bobby Riggs. And it is a great answer at 28 points. Well done.
I think also we were taken completely through the board by Janet, weren't we?
Yes, you were. So Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice would have been a high score for you at 81 points. All About Eve, still a high scorer at 72. And the highest on the board would have been World's Greatest Dad at 82 points.
Thank you very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 10, Shirley. Very well done indeed. The best score of the past. Then back to Janet and Johnny, where we are on 28. Then we travel up to 49, where we find Shay and Chris. And then it's 71, where we find Holly and Rich. Let's hope there's a lovely low-scoring answer on the board for you, Rich, just to even things up a little bit.
Fingers
Good luck with that.
crossed.
We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we are going to put 7 more film titles with hollowed-out palindromes on the board. Here they come. And we have Hi NN, Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly, 1952. Jumanji, The Next LL, Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, 2019. The Viking SS, Ralph Möller, Ingebjörg Steffensdotter, 1995. The Pale Blue EE, Christian Bale, Harry Melling, 2022. Call Me MM, Ethel Merman, Donald O'Connor, 1953. I Know What You DD Last Summer, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, 1997. And H.H. Montana, the movie, Miley Cyrus, Emily Osment, 2009. Johnny, welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Johnny.
I'm retired headmaster from a school that taught 40 years in education and retired in 2014. And I try and spend as much time as I can playing golf.
Good.
Although with the weather at the minute in Northern Ireland, it's very hard to get a course open. So we try and go abroad as much as we can. So it's a
wonderful.
It's a lovely way to spend your time.
Fabulous. Well, Johnny, look, you've been set up beautifully by Janet. 28's your score, 42 or less gets you into round 2. What do you think you're going to go for?
I'm going to go for Jumanji, The Next Level.
Jumanji, The Next Level, says Johnny. Here is your red line. Let's see if we can get you below this red line with level. Jumanji, The Next Level. There we are. Well, it goes down to 71. This is not bad. It's taking your total up to 99.
Not bad at all, Johnny. Yes. Jumanji, The Next Level, followed on from the 2017 film Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which starred the same 4 actors, the 2 mentioned, plus Karen Gillan and Kevin Hart.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, shush.
Hi, Zonda.
Well, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was just telling everyone just
Had to happen at some point.
Shush. There we are. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a PMO manager for a gaming company, and yeah, in my spare time I like to do some quizzes, like pub quizzes. I've won 11 weeks in a row now.
Okay. That is the level of player we are dealing with here. Shush. This is very exciting indeed. Well, look, you're on 10. You've been set up absolutely fabulously by Shirley. Look, if you can score 88 or less, you're into round 2.
I'll go for the one with Christian Bale and Harry Melling. I believe it's I, the pale blue eye.
The pale blue eye, says Shush. Let's see how many of our 100 people said I. Here is your red line, beautifully high. The pale blue eye, absolutely right, gets you into round 2, and down it tumbles to 54, taking your total up to 64. Very well done.
Yes, not bad at all, Shush. The Pale Blue Eye is set in the 1830s, in which Christian Bale plays a detective who is hired to investigate the murder of a West Point cadet. His assistant, played by Harry Melling, is a young man that the world would come to know as Edgar Allan Poe.
Thank you very much indeed. Rich, welcome back to Pointless. Terrific to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself, Rich.
So, big sports fan, pretty much watch anything. Teaching my eldest daughter, Isla, the harsh realities of being a Welsh fan. Watching rugby and losing, watching Cardiff City and losing, and yeah.
Oh, it swings and roundabouts, though, Rich. It'll all come back. It'll all come good
crossed.
again. Of course it will. You know it will. Now then, Rich, you're on 71. This is a high-ish score, which means 27 or less is what we require from you.
Hopefully Miley Cyrus can save us here, but Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana. You are just hoping that no one remembers the name of that series that then subsequently was made into a film. OK, there is your red line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hannah. Is it going to get you through? Hannah is right. 79. 79 takes your total up to a beautiful round 150, but sadly a big red 150 there.
Yes, yes. Hannah Montana, the movie, was based on the Disney Channel series, which ran from 2006 to 2011 and featured an early famed Taylor Swift.
Thank you, Desiree. Now, Chris, welcome back. Terrific to have you with us. For the third time, this is your final show.
Yeah.
Will you just tell us a bit more about yourself, Chris?
Yeah, when Che and I are not making music together, we support my younger son, his brother Cole, in making experimental animation film. And we recently made a shadow puppet film.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long was the finished film?
It's only 6.5 minutes, but it took us about 4 months to
I'm amazed
to
that you did it so quickly. I was going to say, that sounds like you...
Yeah.
I mean, crikey.
And it's now showing in some film festivals, so we've done really well.
Superb.
Yeah.
Can we look out for it? What's it
It's called Institution.
Institution. Brilliant. 49 is your score. It doesn't matter what you score. Talk us through the board, fill in the blanks, and then have a punt on something.
Great. The first one's High Noon. Can't work... I've been really trying to work out what the Viking S something something S is. I think the Ethel Merman film will be Call Me Madam. I know what you did last summer. So I'm going to take a punt. If I'm safe, I'm going to go for Call Me Madam.
You're going to go for Call Me Madam. Chris, let's see how many of our 100 said Madam. No red line, you're already through. 24 for Call Me Madam, taking your total up to 73. Very well done.
Yes, well done, Chris, with Call Me Madam. A great low-scoring answer, and I believe the one Rich wished he had picked and taken a punt on, because that was the correct answer to choose from this board. So let's go ahead and clear up this board. Chris, you got High Noon at the top of the board. It was, in fact, a high scorer at 77. And the one second from the bottom, the highest scorer on the board is I Know What You Did Last Summer, scored 85. The one that we all wish we knew was that third one, and I'm going to help you out here. It is the Viking. Do you know it?
Oh, no, I know exactly what it is. Of course, sagas.
Yes.
Sagas. That's where sagas come from Iceland, yes.
Yes. Only one of our 100 guessed that one correctly.
Brilliant. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to Rich and Holly, but we do so safe in the knowledge we'll get to see you again next time. So thank you very much for playing Rich and Holly. Superb. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. There we are, down to 3 pairs. Very well done, everybody. We find ourselves in round 2. Shirley, our lowest individual scorer of the round. Shirley and Shush, our lowest combined scorers. So fantastic work on that middle podium. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns people on Birmingham's Walk of Stars. Desiree.
Yes, I hope you've been. We are going to show you a board of 16 faces of famous people who have a star on Birmingham's Walk of Stars, located on Broad Street in the city center. These are famous people either from Birmingham or who have significant connections to the city. Please give us the name of the person the fewest of our 100 knew. Good luck at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to put an image up with 16 faces on. That image will stay for the whole round. We won't be changing it halfway through. You just have to name somebody you recognise on this board. There we are. Absorb those for a moment or two before I come to you. And Chris.
Yes.
Who are you thinking you might go for?
I think I will go for Joan Armour Trading.
Joan Armour Trading, says Chris. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said Joan Armour Trading. Brilliant, Joan Armour Trading. Ah, brilliant. Well, there's your reward. 3 for the wonderful Joan Armour Trading.
Yes, I think you went for a very excellent answer, Chris. Joan Armour Trading grew up in Birmingham. Her family moved there from St. Kitts when she was just a child.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Shirley, who would you like to go for?
Beverly Graham.
Beverly Graham, says Shirley. Let's see how many of our 100 said Beverly Graham. Oh, Shirley. Shirley, I'm so sorry, not Beverly Graham.
Yes, I'm afraid Beverly Graham was not a name we were looking for, but I will give you the correct answer at the end of this round.
Now then, Johnny, over to you.
Jasper Carrot.
Jasper Carrot, says Johnny. Let's see how many of our 100 said Jasper Carrot. Jasper Carrot is right. Well, 100 is our high score, 3 is our low. There you are on 54.
Yes, the comedian was the second person to get a star on Birmingham's Walk of Stars and then became the chair of the Walk of Stars committee.
Thank you very much indeed. We are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores, Chris. Very well done indeed. 3, the best score of the past, because we then go up to 54, where we find Johnny and Janet. And from there, we go up to 100, where we find Shirley and Shush. So, Shush, let's see what happens in the next pass. Anything could, but a low score from you isn't going to hurt. So, good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Janet, you're on 54. 45 or less, Janet, gets you straight into the head-to-head. Now, all these people have a star on Birmingham's Walk of Stars, but who are they?
Julie Walters.
Julie Walters, says Janet. Here is your red line. Let's see where we end up with Julie Walters. Julie Walters is right. Gets you through as well, surprisingly. 27 is a low score for Julie Walters. But I'm delighted to say that takes your total up to 81.
Fantastic work there, Janet, with Julie Walters. Dame Julie Walters is from Smethwick. She originally trained to become a nurse. Her short time working in healthcare was at what is now the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham before she decided to go into acting. Just slightly less messy.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Shush. You're on 100. We're looking ideally for a very, very, very low score.
Murray Walker.
You're going to go for Murray Walker. No red line for you as you're currently the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 said Murray Walker. Murray Walker is absolutely right. That goes down to 15, taking your total up to 115.
Well, it was a low score. Maybe doesn't help to know that now, but I can tell you that Murray Walker was born in the Hall Green area of Birmingham. His first live radio broadcast was at the 1949 British Grand Prix.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Che, you are on 3. You are through to the head-to-head. It doesn't matter what you score. But let's have a lovely low score from you. I bet you've got a good one. Would you like to talk us through the board?
Oh, there was Lenny Henry, and the former frontman of Black Sabbath is Ozzy Osbourne. I'll go for Ozzy Osbourne.
You're going to go for Ozzy Osbourne. There's no red line for you. You're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 said Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, absolutely right. There we are, 64 for Ozzy Osbourne, taking your total up to 67. Very well done.
Yes, a very fine answer with Ozzy Osbourne. He was the first person to get a star on Birmingham's Walk of Stars for a score of 64. Well done. Let's go ahead and go through the board, but Shirley, you were just extraordinarily unlucky there because, yes, you see it now. You see what's happened. There was a Beverly Knight there, which would have scored you 3, and singer Jackie Graham, which would have scored you 1, either of which would have been fantastic. They just smushed together in your head, or at least in your mouth. Anyway, Sandor, I'm pretty sure you probably know quite a few of these.
Frank Skinner.
Yes. Frank Skinner would have scored 34 points.
There is Sir Lenny Henry.
Yes, Sir Lenny would have gotten you 41 points.
Chris Tarrant.
Yes, Chris Tarrant would have got you a whopping 61 points.
The Paralympic swimmer, Ellie Simmons.
That is correct, and would have been a low scorer at 13 points.
Toya Wilcox.
Yes, 31 points for Toya.
David Harwood. Is he called David Harwood?
Yeah, David Harewood.
Harewood.
Harewood would have gotten a low 3 points. Excellent answer there.
I don't know who that lady is. I'm going to say Rachel Hayhoe Flint. I have no idea. It could be, I have no idea.
No, it is Anne Jones. She was a Wimbledon champion in the 60s. Anne Jones would have scored you 2 points.
She is a singer. I just can't think what her name is.
Her name is Jamelia.
Jamelia.
Yes, and she would have scored 18 points.
Yep.
And up in our top right corner, we've got Malkeet Singh. He is a Bhangra musician and would have scored only 1
Fantastic.
point. Yes.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Desiree. That brings us to the end of our second round. It also means we have to say goodbye to Shush and Shirley. Oh, Shirley, you collated 2 fabulous low scores there to come up with a very high score. But it means we can expect great things when you're back next time. But Shush and Shirley, thank you so much for playing. For the remaining two pairs, though, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Shay and Chris, Johnny and Janet. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. However, before we play the head-to-head, we have a chance to throw some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find some pointless answers. So good luck. Here goes. This is just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Johnny Cash studio albums as they could, Desiree.
Yes. So on the board, you are going to see 6 options. 4 are the titles of studio albums recorded by Johnny Cash. 2 of them are scoring, 2 of them are pointless, 2 of them are not Johnny Cash studio albums. £250 goes into the jackpot for each pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the 2 pointless Johnny Cash albums from this little stash of cash? American Recordings, Mean as Hell, The Parts I Remember, Ragged Old Flag, Uncovered, Look at Them Beans. Does anybody know anything?
Nothing.
No. Yeah.
I think American Recordings is a Johnny Cash album.
All right.
So Che and Chris, we'll come to you. What would you like to nominate?
Should we go for American Recordings?
American Recordings.
American Recordings.
OK, American Recordings. Is that a pointless Johnny Cash album? It's a Johnny Cash album, Chris. You remembered absolutely right. Please, can it be pointless? Oh, 5 of 100. So Johnny and Janet, what would you like to go for?
Complete guess. We have no clue. We're going to go for Ragged Old Flag.
Ragged Old Flag sounds very like a Johnny Cash album. Should we find out if it is? Is it pointless? It is a Johnny Cash album. Keep going. Oh! 2 of our 100 knew that one.
Yes, well done for people who seem to be stumped at the top. You did find 2 Johnny Cash albums. Unfortunately, they were the 2 that our 100 knew. Now, are you a Johnny Cash fan?
Well, I love a bit of Johnny Cash. I would like to nominate The Parts I Remember. That's a great name for an album.
It is a great name for an album. It is, in fact, a red herring, though. It is an album by Raina James, the fictional country singer on the TV show Nashville. Well, our 2 pointless answers were Mean as Hell, described as Johnny Cash's Gunslinger album from 1966, and Look at Them Beans from 1975. Uncovered is the title of an autobiography by tennis player Pat Cash. So different stash of cash there.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Well, bad luck. We didn't find any pointless answers, but how nice to be wallowing in cash. Let's play the head-to-head. Now, as ever, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Simple as that. You're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it concerns love on TV, Desiree.
Yes, love in inverted commas. We are going to be showing you the titles of 5 television programs, either reality TV shows or game shows, in which competitors are looking for love. But we have removed alternate letters. We have added the year the show was first broadcast as an additional clue. Please give us the title of the program the fewest of our 100 knew. And very best of luck to you at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our clues to these TV programs. And we have LVIBID 2020, ISDBY 2023, FRTAE 2013, NKDTRCIN 2016, and TENAEBE 2012. There we are. So Che and Chris, you will go first.
OK. We'll go for I Kissed a Boy.
I Kissed a Boy for the second one, 2023. Now then, Johnny and Janet, would you like to talk us through the rest of that board?
Third one's First Dates, I think.
The next one's Naked Attraction.
What do you want to do? You pick, yeah.
Naked Attraction.
You're going to go for Naked Attraction. So we have I Kissed a Boy and Naked Attraction. Che and Chris went for I Kissed a Boy. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. I Kissed a Boy is right. Down and down and down it goes. A very good answer. The pointless answer. They're very rare in the head-to-head, so very, very well done indeed. Being a pointless answer, it adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250. Very well done indeed, and it scores you nothing. Johnny and Janet, good luck. You have gone for Naked Attraction. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Naked Attraction is right. 48 for Naked Attraction. We have a clear winner here. Che and Chris, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yes, beautiful work, and not much you could have done after they got the only pointless answer on the board. Naked Attraction was our highest scorer at 48.
Okay, so Love is Blind.
That is correct, and scores 31 points, our next highest scorer.
First Dates.
That is correct for 22 points.
And The Undateables.
The Undateables was our other low scorer at 5.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, here comes your second question. Johnny and Janet, you've got to win this one to stay in the game, but you do get to answer it first, so that's nice. Here is our second question, and it is all about birds, starting with B, Des.
Yes, we are about to show you 5 images of birds whose common names all start with the letter B. We have also provided every other letter in their names. Please tell us which bird you think the fewest of our 100 could identify.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 birds, starting with B. And we have A, B, Z, A, D. B, B, R, A, L, G, O, E. C, B, D, E, I, A. D, B, A, B, I, G. And E, B, O, N, B, O, Y. There we are. Johnny and Janet will go first.
We'll go for D, Brambling.
Brambling, say Johnny and Janet. Now, Che and Chris, can you talk us through that board?
I know there was A for buzzard.
B is something goose, but I don't know what the something is. C will be budgerigar, and I can't guess at the E, so which one?
We'll go for budgerigar.
OK, budgerigar. So we have Brambling versus budgerigar. Johnny and Janet went for Brambling. Let's see how many of our 100 said Brambling. Brambling is right. And it's a great score. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh. There we are, 2 for Brambling. It's now your turn to have some good luck here. Che and Chris, you've gone for budgerigar. For C, let's see how many of our 100 said that. Budgerigar is absolutely right. Yeah, there we are. Well done, Johnny and Janet back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yes, Che and Chris, of the 2 you could identify, budgerigar was the correct one to choose. If you had chosen A, buzzard, that would have scored you a whopping 80. Are you a birder, Xander?
Do you know, I can give you... The E is a thing called a brown booby.
Yes, why do they always name birds after lady bits? There's tits and there's boobies. What's going on in the bird world? That would have scored you 8.
Yes.
What about B?
I'm not succeeding.
Yes, you are.
It's a goose, though. You're completely right.
It is a kind of goose that breeds mainly in Greenland and Iceland. It's the barnacle goose. Yes. And the score of it would have given you 6 points.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, very well done indeed, everybody. We are absolutely level at this point, which means it will have to be decided by a third question. Whoever wins this will be going through to the final and playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question is all about vehicles in German. Des.
We are about to show you the German words for various sorts of vehicles that travel by land, water, or in the air. Please give us the English translation that the fewest of our 100 people knew.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 vehicles in German. And we have das Auto, der Hubschrauber, das Motorrad, das Schiff, and der Krankenwagen. Che and Chris, what are we thinking there?
OK, it's a bit of a guess, but we'll go for Das Motorrad as a motorbike.
Motorrad, motorbike. Now then, Johnny and Janet. Do you want to talk us through that board?
No. Well, car is the first one, I think, car. Second one, I haven't a clue. The fourth one, ship. We'll go for ship.
You're going to go for ship, for das Schiff. So we have motorbike and ship. Che and Chris went for motorbike for das Motorrad. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. It is a motorbike. Very well done indeed, Che and Chris. And that goes down to 29. Meanwhile, Johnny and Janet have gone for ship, for das Schiff. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said it. Schiff is ship. And it wins the point for you. Very well done indeed. Down it goes to 19. Very, very strong indeed. Johnny and Janet, it means after 3 questions, you're through to the final, 2-1.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, congrats there. Now, let's go ahead and go through the board. So, this is my favorite one on the board. A Krankenwagen is an ambulance. I think it's called the sick wagon, and it would have scored you 18 points. The other 2, I think, were accurately, well, at least the first one, everyone knew was a car, which would have scored you 82. How's your German, Xander?
It's pretty much non-existent. Normally, there are little clues. I can't really...
Well,
I'm
we've
not
had the
finding.
road, and we've had the sea.
Yeah.
So what was left from my description was the air. Any thoughts there?
Ah. It begins with H, it ends with R. Helicopter.
Is correct, and was our low scorer
Wow.
at 6 points.
Schrauber. Thank you very much indeed. And that means the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head. Che and Chris, you have been outstanding. It was round 1 in the first show, round 2 in the second. You were our golden couple coming into the head-to-head. I mean, it's been lovely having you on the show.
It's been great.
I'm just really sorry we're not sending you back with a trophy, but you have been outstanding. Che and Chris, wonderful.
Thank you.
For Johnny and Janet, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Johnny and Janet. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless Trophy. You now have a chance to win the Pointless Jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,250. Well, as always, you get to choose one of the categories from the 4 we put up on the board. It would be so lovely to send you back with that jackpot back to Northern Ireland. Our 4 options are Decades of the Booker Prize, satire and dark comedy TV series with standalone episodes, word endings, now and again in the charts.
Yeah.
Word endings.
You're going to go for word endings. That's the one I'd go for, I must say.
I would have gone for that one too, so well chosen. We are looking for any word in the app version of the Chambers Dictionary which ends with the letters G-A-N or ends with the letters H-A-N in that order. Very best of luck. And best of luck to you playing along at home.
Thank you very much. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
What are you thinking? Like, there's mouth organ, would be one.
yes.
Toboggan would be another one. Let me see. Han.
Hands are harder than one.
It is hands harder. Leviathan. Leviathan, the monster.
Okay. But is that not a proper name?
I don't think so. That is I think Leviathan.
All right.
Toboggan. Mouth organ. You think any other ones?
No, I think those are good ones. I think we should
Well,
just...
just give me a second, just in case come something falls. There's a lot of them there. It's getting your... It's getting rid of the brain freeze.
10 seconds left.
Would I try those?
Yes, I think we should.
Well, we might as well try the 3 with the...
OK, sounds like you've got 3 cracking answers there. What are you going to give me, Johnny and Janet?
Right, from Gan, we have mouth organ
Mouth organ
and toboggan.
and toboggan.
And for Han, we have Leviathan.
Leviathan. Of those three, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Maybe Leviathan,
Leviathan will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
mouth organ.
Mouth organ, and then toboggan goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order. And here they are. Mouth organ, toboggan, Leviathan. Now, if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, you'll be leaving here with £1,250. What would you like to do with that? Johnny, I'm going to ask you first.
Another wee golf trip to Portugal or Spain.
There we are. Janet, how about you?
I've just bought a new caravan and I would like to get some decking for it.
Very nice. Decking for the caravan and a golfing trip. Well, your first answer was mouth organ. In this case, we were looking for words ending G-A-N. Let's see how many of our 100 people said mouth organ. OK, not a pointless answer. Let's not dwell on that. Let's move straight on to your next excellent answer, toboggan. Again, words ending G-A-N. If toboggan is pointless, it'll win you £1,250. Toboggan is right. Mouth organ was incorrect. Toboggan now takes us down through the 20s. £1,250 is yours if this is pointless. Down we go with toboggan, still going down with toboggan to 3. This is a great answer. Not pointless, though, so we have to move on to your third and final answer, Leviathan. Words ending H-A-N. Let's see, how many of our 100 people said Leviathan? Might it be pointless? Leviathan is right. Well, your first answer, mouth organ, was incorrect. Your second answer, toboggan, took us all the way down to 3. Leviathan. This seems like a lovely, strong answer. Down we go through the single figure, still get down, passing 3 to... Oh, no, to 2. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, I thought that was a brilliant answer, Leviathan.
It really was.
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid it means you haven't won the jackpot today, but do not worry. Just remember that you have won our Pointless Trophy, and that, I have to say, hugely deserved. You played so well right the way across the show, so thank you so much, Johnny and Janet.
You.
So let's go ahead and have a look at some of the pointless answers that you could have guessed. A mulligan, a shot in golf that is allowed to be replayed. I'm sure you knew that. A ptarmigan, a mountain-dwelling game bird, a shenanigan, foolish or boisterous misbehavior, or wiggen, a canvas-like fabric for stiffening garments. Moving on to words ending with hand. Here are some of the pointless answers you could have had. Brochen, Scots word for gruel or porridge. Cranachan, a Scottish dessert. Hooligan, a Highland reel dance. And tryptophan, an amino acid, usually found in our Thanksgiving turkeys at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Desiree, and thank you, Johnny and Janet. It's been so lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry you haven't won our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,250. Join us next time to see if someone can win it and to find out who our next co-host will be. Thank you so much, Desiree. You have been absolutely outstanding. It's been lovely having you on the show.
It's been a delight.
And so for the last time, it's goodbye from Desiree.
Goodbye.
That is goodbye from me. Goodbye.